action. Los Fresnos comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes a head of the jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game. Cortez smacked
To the left. That is gone.
for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard, counting, and a win!
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
We are Edinburgh Villa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny.
Good evening, good morning, welcome to our broadcast on Real Sports Live, coming to you from the BISD Tournament, Day 1 from Gladys Porter High School. It is Pool A here between Brownsville veterans and Brownsville. Hey, Porter, we have a district matchup to kick things off in the tournament. It's always a fiery and passionate game when these two face off, and what a way to start off the tournament is that first. It's missing. That's a 2-0 count.
Ball 2, Jasmine. So it should be 2 balls.
2-0 count. Sitting is on the mound for the Porter Cowboys, Brian Galvan. Pitch low in a way that makes it a 3-0 count. Give you the starting lineup here for the Veterans Memorial Chargers. Leading things off, the shortstop, Carlos Garces, followed by the right fielder, Juan Garcia. Batting third, the center fielder, Marlon Rodriguez. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Eloy Garcia. It's Brian Galvan already on a 3-0 count. That one just inside here, so Garza not going away that easily here. Following Garcia is the fifth spot, the second baseman, Jacob Gonzalez. This one hit hard but can go foul down the left field line. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Jorge Alvarado. Batting eighth, Victor Beltran, who's on the mound for the Veterans Memorial Chargers. Running things up, Jason Rial, the third baseman. Defensive setup for the Porter Cowboys on the mound, Galvan. Levardo Garcia behind the plate. At first, Lindolfo Aguirre. At second, Gerardo Salazar. Marco Salinas at third. Alejandro third is at short. Gal Franco on left, Omar Devonda on center, Diego Rivera on right. That pitch low and away for a ball, so we have the first walk of the game. So early on, the bases load up for Brownsville veterans and more as this brings in the right fielder Juan Garcia. And we just saw Carlos Garza, and he was one of the key pitchers for the Veterans Memorial Chargers last season. We saw him in that game against Brownsville High in the district opener, 13 strikeouts. Pitch to complete game. He went 5 for 5 from the plate. He's already 1 for 1 from the plate today. Again, a beautiful weather here in Brownsville. Better than last week's cold and rainy weather. We're hot and humid. Probably love it here in South Texas. 1-0 count sitting here on Juan Garcia, the right fielder. This one hit hard down to left field. Going to be tracked down by Franco, who reels it in. And Garcia is going to retreat back on to first, so a fly out here to get out number 1. In the top of the first inning. Again, these are scrimmages here. We do have 3 games scheduled for you from Brownsville Porter High. It's one of the best pools in the tournament. We have Brownsville Porter, Brownsville High out of 32-6A, Brownsville Vets out of 32-5A, and then Rio Grande City, the district champs, out of 35A in 2021. As one away here, Juan Garcia just flew out to left field. Marlon Rodriguez, runner going. The pickoff attempt, that one in time. So quickly, 2 outs here. In the top of the first inning, a fly out. Then Garza's picked off, trying to steal second. So now 2 away as this 1-0 count sitting on Marlon Rodriguez, the center fielder. He was one of the key shortstops in that matchup against Brownsville High, but coach, it's a hard hit shot down the right field. That one's going to find its way in the outfield, and it does for extra bases. Garcia rounding first. He's going to go for second. He's going to be a stand-up double to keep the inning alive for the Veterans Memorial Chargers. And Brownsville Vets led by Adam Vera. They finished off the 19-12 record last season, 13-2. Had a great performance at the McAllen tournament. So 2 away, this brings in the first baseman, Eloy Garcia's Brian Galvan, trying to get the Cowboys at a very lengthy top of the first. That one missing, that's a 1-0 count. Again, we thank you for tuning in to day 1 of the Brownsville ISD tournament, coming to you from Gladys Porter High School on a beautiful Thursday morning. 3 games on tap for you here on Real Sports Live today and tomorrow. We also have the Myra Sports Classic going on in Corpus Christi. So 1-0 count sitting on Garcia. That one just misses. That's a 2-0 count early on the first baseman. On deck, the second baseman, Jacob Salas for Brownsville Veterans. Again, Adam Vera, the head coach here for the Veterans Memorial Chargers, finished off in the number 2 seed. And Brownsville Porter, the number 3 seed. They had that great run in 2021. They sent shockwaves around the valley when they knocked out Sharyland Pioneer in a sweep. And, of course, Carroll faced off against Brownsville Porter, and that was the end of the Porter Cowboys season. They were led by Cristo Salcedo, who threw 11 strikeouts in that matchup against Corpus Christi Carroll. The 2-0 pitch on the way. 4-0 pitch, excuse me. That's going to be a walk now. Runners on first and second for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. Again, so 2 walks here in the top of the first as this brings in the second baseman, Jacob Salas. In the Porter infield, Aguirre at first, Salazar at second, Salinas at third, Dordes sitting at short, and Galvan on the mound, Garcia behind the plate. First pitch delivery, that one skips off the dirt. So 1-0 count sitting on the second baseman, Jacob Salas. Now we're going to have a quick meeting on the mound. We're going to step away for a few moments. Top of the first, runners on first and second, 2 away. You're watching the BISD tournament on Real Sports Live.
Necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
Back here to Real Sports Live, top of the first, runners on first and second, a throwback to second, not in time. We saw those 2 quick outs earlier. Juan Garcia flew out to left field. Great catch by Gal Franco out and left. And Lovato Garcia with the high awareness picks off Carlos Garza trying to steal second, but now again runners on first and second after a double by Marlon Rodriguez, and Garcia walks on balls. Shoots this one out to the shortstop, Torres. He's going to make the stop, and it's going to get past him. Garcia's rounding third, and he's going to come in, so that's an RBI single now for Brownsville Veterans as they start things off. So Brownsville Vet strikes first here, and arguably two of the best Brownsville programs in the Rio Grande Valley. As runners on first and second. Garcia on second. Jacob Salas now at first with that RBI single. Brings in the backstop for the Veterans Memorial Chargers, Oscar Rodriguez. Again, we've seen this too many times in baseball. It's 2 outs, but then the runs start coming in a little so close, but yet so far. Is that one misses? That's a 1-0 count sitting on Rodriguez. Getting on deck, the left fielder, Jorge Alvarado, and then batting eighth in the hole, Victor Beltran. Beltran will be on the mound for Veterans Memorial Chargers. It's the 1-0 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, evens up the count at 1-1. And this Brownsville Veterans Memorial team, one of those key teams to look out for in 32-5-8, but you can't count out Porter again. Porter sent shockwaves in that matchup against a heavily favored Shelly Island Pioneer team, as that's in there for a strike, so now 1-2 count sitting on the catcher, Rodriguez. Shout out to some of the Porter teachers and staff here, and students, excuse me, who are here in the press box, controlling the sounds, bigging up the atmosphere. On a beautiful Thursday morning, anything beats the cold, wet weather. There's a hard hit shot to the second baseman. That one's going to sail over its head. Rounding third on the move here is Garcia, and he's going to come in. So 2 back-to-back RBI singles for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. Again, another case of so close but yet so far with just 2 outs, but one more run comes in here in the top of the first inning to make it a 2-0 lead for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. Again, but when you got a team like Porter, this lead's probably not going to be holding on much longer. A lot of firepower on this team. Alejandro Torres, Omar Vanda, Brian Galvan, Alberto Garcia. Diego Rivera down in right field, also a key hitter for the Cowboys. Now stepping in, Jorge Alvarado, the left fielder. And Porter led by head coach Oscar Cortez. So Alvarado's going to step out of the box for a bit. Pitch missing, that's a 1-0 count. And Porter, the only team slated to have a doubleheader in today's matchup. They'll be taking on Rio Grande City, and then Rio Grande City takes on Hanna. And their first strike evens up the count at 1-1, and Hanna at a 32-6-8, getting their first win against Don, and it was a big one, 10-8 on Monday night. And Hanna, one of those teams who's been stuck in the rebuilding phase. 1-1 count. This one hit hard. It's going to be fielded by the shortstop, Torres. He makes the stop, the throw to first. That one off the target. 1 run's going to come in. Great stop here by Alejandro Torres, but it's going to be hit off an error for Alvarado. The throw was just a bit low and wide. That makes it a 3-0 game here for Brownsville Veterans. So you can rule it an RBI off an error here in the top of the first. Again, now we're nearing the completion of the lineup as this brings in Victor Beltran. Again, Beltran, the lefty, will be on the mound for Brownsville Veterans here in the bottom half of the first inning. Big swing and a miss to start it off for a strike, 0-1 count. Okay, and on deck and rounding up the lineup, the third baseman, Jason Villarreal. Again, he made some great stops in that matchup against Brownsville Rivera, excuse me. Rivera, another team that's on the rise. We also have matchups going on at Brownsville Lopez and at Brownsville Pace. It's the bracket and who's not. It's more of a competitive bracket here. The teams with the most wins advance to the Final Four in this tournament on Saturday. This one hit to the third baseman, Salinas. He makes the stop, the throw to first. Going to be a bit too high, and another run's going to come in off an error. He can make it 2 runs here. His rounding third, he's going to get in. So a RBI triple off an error, a 2 RBI triple. That makes it a 5-0 ball game. And Coach Cortez is going to step on out of the mound. We're going to step away for a few moments. Top of the first, 2 outs, 1 runner on third base. Brownsville Vets up 5-0. You're watching Real Sports Live.
the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond. We are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Mankato Real Sports Live, top of the first inning, 2 outs, a runner on third after Victor Beltran hammers an RBI triple off an error. And Vets up 5-0 here in the top of the first, and then 2 outs as he brings in the third baseman, Jason Villarreal. He starts off with a big swing and a miss, so 1 count. Three errors for Brownsville Porter in his top half of the first inning. In there for a strike now, an 0-2 count. Now you start to fear here with your starter, Brian Galvan. The pitch count going a little too high here in the top of the first. We saw that with Harlingen and Shareland Pioneer. 32-6A Ricky Montelongo, pitcher of the year for the Cardinals, got pulled in the top of the second with 66 pitches after allowing 7 runs to come in. 4 of those runs were the same case here off errors. So 1-2 count now sitting here early on. On Jason Villarreal. Villarreal rounds up the lineup at third base. On deck, the top of the lineup, Carlos Garza walked. In his first at bat here as we're almost about to come full circle in the lineup. This one hit toward the shortstop, Torres. He makes the stop. Good target, the throw in time. So Villarreal grounds out the first, but damage is done here in the top of the first. Porter Cowboy lineup in the bottom, and then the defensive setup for Brownsville Vets. You're watching the BISD tournament on Real Sports Live.
See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Hawks up!
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Red Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
We are Edinburgh Bella, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture.
Back here to Real Sports Live, the bottom of the first inning, leading things off for Porter, the shortstop Alejandro Torres. He's followed by the center fielder Amado Banda, batting third. On third base, Marcos Salinas. Big swing and a miss for a strike to start things off in the bottom of the first in the very lengthy top half of the inning. Saw 5 runs coming off 3 errors for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. Batting fourth, the catcher Leonardo Garcia. Batting fifth at right field, Diego Rivera. Batting sixth on the mound, Brian Galvan as a 0-1 pitch on the way. It's a big swing and a miss to make it a 0-2 count. Batting seventh at left field, Gal Franco. Batting eighth at second base, Gerardo Salazar. And rounding up the lineup at first base, Lindolfo Aguirre, Getting Brownsville Veterans on the mound with Victor Beltran. Behind the plate, Oscar Rodriguez. Eloy Garcia at first. Jacob Salas at second. Jason Villarreal at third. As that pitch misses for a 1-2 count. At shortstop, Carlos Garza, the outfield for the Chargers. Jorge Alvarado in left. Marlon Rodriguez in center and Juan Garcia in right. It's beautiful weather here. Temperature about 76 degrees. Clear skies. Got first pitch. It's a big swing and a miss. One away. Victor Beltran gets his presence on the mound early on with a big strikeout on leadoff hitter Alejandro Torres.
First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Here at Real Sports Live. One away in the bottom half of the first inning off a strikeout to leadoff hitter Alejandro Torres. This brings in the center fielder Amado Banda as he fouls this one back. So no one count now sitting here on Banda, the center fielder. Getting on the mound, Victor Beltran already got his presence off on the right foot with a huge strikeout on the leadoff hitter. No balls, 1 strike went out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Here's the pitch on the way. This one hit hard up to right center field. That one might be tracked down. Takes a 1-hop, so a hit that gets things started off for Brownsville reporters Amado Banda on the second pitch he sees. Gets on with the single. So now a runner on first, and this is a chance for Porter to get some runs back again. I said before the break, this Brownsville Porter team is a team you can't hold on to this lead to for quite a while. They'll catch up to you, and they'll prove it all season long. Again, they finished off as the number 3 set in district. This brings in Marcos Salinas, the third baseman. Hard hit shot, veers off foul down the left field line. Jason Villarreal set the jump up. Again, Marcos Salinas, the third baseman, stepping in for his first stab out of the BISD tournament. Veterans already off on the right foot with a 5-0 lead. Again, on deck, the catcher, Leonardo Garcia. Keeping an eye on first. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. This one hit hard. Going to be getting past the shortstop. That's going to be a hit. Rounding second right here is Bond, and he's going to make it on a double here. He's going to round third. He's going to go all the way, and just like that, a run back for Brownsville Porter. Stand-up RBI double here for Marcos Salinas. As Porter already back in business here in the bottom half of the first inning. And again, I said it before and I'll say it again. This is a team you can't turn your back on for a few moments because once you have a good lead, you better hold on to it as tight as you can because Porter can come back and get it from you. They already got one run back. This brings in the catcher, Lovardo Garcia. Lovardo Garcia, the catcher, now coming in here with the runner on second after that stand-up RBI double by Marcus Salinas, the third baseman. Beltran fires the first pitch. This one hit up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. That one's short of the center fielder, Marlon Rodriguez. And now runners on the corners again. Business back in session here for Brownsville. Porter. This brings up Diego Rivera, and he just got a standing ovation. Again, Brownsville Porter now starting to heat up, and I said it, folks. They're gonna once they heat up, they're not gonna stop them. As now Oscar Rodriguez is gonna step away to have a quick word with Beltran on the mound. We're gonna be whacking after this. Runners on first and third, one away. You're watching Real Sports Live.
It's daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education, from pre-K3 to early college high school.
Back here to Real Sports Live, bottom of the first inning, runners on the corners here for Porter after two big hits, one by Bondo, one by Salinas, and now by Lovardo Garcia. As this pitch just a bit outside as he holds off on the swing, a 1-0 count on Diego Rivera. Porter Cowgirls softball team here. They're in the BISD tournament on the girls' side of things. Wish them all the best. Here's a 1-0 count now sitting on the right fielder, Diego Rivera.
CISD.
2-0 count now sitting on Diego Rivera. Beltran fires the 1-0, the 2-0 on the way. That one high, and that makes it a 3-0 count. And Porter certainly putting that top half of the first right behind him with 3 straight hits, including that RBI double by Marcus Salinas. Again, runners on the corner here for Brownsville Porter. Salinas at third, Garcia at first. Both runners taking a big lead. 3-0 count. Beltran fires a throw back to first. Now Garcia's going to be caught in the rundown. That's going to let a run to come in. So one more run comes in here, but that's going to be out number 2. Lovardo Garcia was caught in a rundown, so that clears the bases. But still a run's going to come in. As Lovardo Garcia got caught late in a very bad rundown, but again, blessing in disguise allows the run to come in. So, and Diego Rivera still on a 3-0 count. So we're going to step away for a few moments. You're watching Real Sports Live.
To become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment.
Back here to Real Sports Live in the bottom of the first, a quick meeting, a little timeout here on a 3-0 count. And that's 2 outs here. Again, out number 2 comes for Brownsville Veterans, but a run comes in. Marcus Salinas scores after Garcia's caught in a rundown. So the bases are now clear for Porter on a 3-0 count. Pitch on the way. That one's in there for a strike. So Beltran not going to let Rivera go away that easily. On deck, the pitcher, Brian Galvan.
Girls, this side, please. Sit on this side.
In a 3-0 count, currently sitting in. Or 3-1 count, excuse me. Pitch on the way. In there for a strike. So Beltran battling back and saying, hey, this inning's not over yet. It's a 3-2 count now sitting on Rivera. Once again, Brian Galvan, who's on the mound on deck. Beltran kicks and deals. 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. This one hit hard, but it's going to veer off foul down the left field line. That one actually bounced off a car. So Rivera says, you're going to keep on throwing. I'll keep on dishing him out as he continues to battle on here. But it's been a very lengthy at-bat for the Porter Cowboy right fielder. Once again, Galvan on deck for Brownsville Porter. Again, Cowboys led by head coach Oscar Cortez. Adam Vera, the skipper for Brownsville Veterans. So here we are again. Kicks and deals. 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. Drop strike to throw to first. Going to be in time. So that puts an end to the bottom of the first, but Porter gets some runs back here to make it a 3-run game. After one inning complete, Brownsville Veterans 5, Brownsville Porter 2. Top of the second after this. You're watching Real Sports Live.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Orange Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rodolfo Vegas, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
We're Los Fresnos Volleyball, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Matt Kidder, Real Sports Live, top of the second, leading things off. The shortstop, Carlos Garza. Again, we saw the lineup go full circle in that top of the first inning, but Brownsville Porter certainly puts it behind him after tacking on 2 runs. Welcome you back here to the BISD tournament. Come to you from Pool A. Good shot to the third baseman, Salinas, who's going to take it off the hop, and that's going to be a leadoff single off an error for Carlos Garza. So errors continue to pile up for Brownsville Porter. So we saw those 5 runs come off 3 errors in the top of the first inning. So Carlos Garza will go 2 for 2 from the plate after walking in the top of the first. This brings in Juan Garcia, the right fielder. Garcia flew out in the top of the first, a hard hit fly ball to left to Gal Franco. We'll have to extend for that one. And
Language, my student section, language.
it's a 1-0 count currently sitting in.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both.
2-0 count currently sitting in here on the right fielder, Garcia. It's a pickoff attempt to Garza at first. Again, Garza starting off with a hit off an error. Great stop by Marcus Salinas. That one just took it off the one hop. Two-0 count. This one hit hard to left field, but that's going to go off foul. So now the 2-1 count sitting on Garcia. Again, on deck, the center fielder Marlon Rodriguez, who led off in that top of the first, a hard hit double. And Carlos Garza also got picked off in the top of the first, trying to steal second. Great throw by Lovato Garcia. The 2-1 pitch on the way. That one skips off the dirt. Now Garza is going to steal second off a wild pitch. That makes it a 3-1 count now, sitting on Juan Garcia. Once again, the center fielder Marlon Rodriguez on deck for the Chargers. It's always a fun time when Brownsville Vets and Porter face off in district play, and all these fans got treated early here with the non-district matchup in the BISD tournament. It's the same thing we saw at the Myra Sports Classic. We have Corpus Christi King taking Corpus Christi Carroll. And, of course, you know Carroll took on Brownsville Porter in that great run. Loretta La Villa was a very lengthy day. We were supposed to have an 11 a.m. first pitch here from Porter, and actually got pushed back to 2 o'clock, then 3 o'clock, then 4 o'clock, and then we said, let's pack up our bags, and we went live from La Villa. I was talking about that with Coach Marcelo at the Myra Sports Show last night here in Corpus. It's a hard hit shot. Good stop by Salinas. The throw. Pump fake. Throw across. And a bit too high here. As he's going to round third, and he's going to try to make it home. And Rodriguez is going to open up. So Juan Garcia, gets on the top of the second. An RBI triple off an error. So again, now 7 errors in the first 2 innings here for Brownsville Porter defensively, and another run's going to come in. So that makes it a 6-2 ball game. And I said in the time for the first, when you have a very lengthy first few innings, it starts to show a little bit of cause of concern for your pitcher already throwing a high pitch count. This brings in Marlon Rodriguez. Rodriguez sees the ball to get things started off here in his second at-bat of the day. Again, he's 1 for 1 after doubling in the top of the first inning. 1-0 count. Low and away makes it a 2-0 count on the center fielder. On deck, the first baseman, Eloy Garcia. Is Eloy Garcia. On a 2-0. This is going to be popped up high. This one might veer off out of play. And it lands there in the concourse area. So now a 2-1 count sitting on the center fielder, Marlon Rodriguez. Again, a beautiful day for baseball here in Brownsville Porter. Actually 71 degrees and partly cloudy. Not being too hit by the sun here up in the press box. And shout out to some of the Porter students here actually volunteering to run the camera. Always a fun time here at Porter High School, especially for baseball. This one's popped up high towards right field. Rivera under it and reels it in, tagging up from third. So a run's going to come in off a sac fly by Marlon Rodriguez, so that makes it a 5-run game. So 1 away here in the top of the second after a sac fly by Marlon Rodriguez brings the runner in from third to make it a 5-run game. And again, back to square one. We started off with a 5-run game. And Porter cut it down to a 3-run game. And now here we are back to a 5-run game in the top of the second inning. This brings in Eloy Garcia, the first baseman. That one fouled back toward the parking lot. So now no one counts sitting on Eloy Garcia, the first baseman. Garcia was the second walk in the top of the first behind Carlos Garza. He's 1 for 1 in plate appearances. And a good crowd on hand of Porter Cowboys student sections rallying behind our Cowboys. Again, baseball, one of the most popular sports here in Brownsville. You know, in my playing days, it was always fun playing against 32-6A in Brownsville. Actually got to play Porter at a McAllen tournament. And then we played him in the Arlington tournament a few years back. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0 count. And on deck, the second baseman, Jacob Salas. Scavon fires the 0-1. This one hit back up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. So a single here for Eloy Garcia. He'll go 2 for 2 from the plate and gets on base twice. This brings in Jacob Salas, the second baseman. And still 1 out here in the top of the second inning. It's already been 2 lengthy top halves of the inning for Brownsville Porter defensively, but again, you see they can bring some runs back. This brings in Jacob Salas again. Salas, a hitter you got to worry about. He had an RBI single in the top of the first. That pitch high Makes it a 1-0 count on the second baseman. And Salas started off his top first with an RBI single to bring a run in. 4 RBIs that came in the top of the first inning, and 2 of them were off errors. That pitch misses. That's a 2-0 count now sitting on Salas. On deck, the catcher, Oscar Rodriguez, also having that RBI single. Galvan fires the 2-0 pitch on the way. This one hit hard down the right center, giving a lot of crop on his Rivera. He covered a lot of ground and reels it in for out number 2. Loud cheers here for the right fielder Rivera as he had to cover a lot of ground as he reeled in the first 2 outs for Porter on defense. So Jacob Salas will go 1 for 2 on the day as he flies out. This brings in Oscar Rodriguez again. These next few hitters are where the fear starts to come in a bit for Porter as all of these hitters have come off RBIs. Jacob Salas an RBI single. Now Oscar Rodriguez with an RBI single as well. Jorge Alvarado with an RBI off an error. And Victor Beltran with the RBI off an error as well. So you got the 4 straight RBIs coming back. Here's that first pitch missing for a ball, 1-0 count. Here in the top of the second inning. This one hit back in the gap at third and short. That's going to be a base hit. So the rally continues for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. Then same cases in the top of the first. It was 2 away, and the lengthy at bat still continues as a single by Oscar Rodriguez. He'll go 2 for 2 on the day. This brings in the left fielder, Jorge Alvarado. Alvarado getting that RBI off an error in the top of the first inning. So now runners on first and second. Sitting here for the Porter Cowboys defensively. 2 up in the bottom of the second. Brian Galvan will lead things off when it's Porter's turn to bat. And as you know, baseball's in full swing when the smell of nachos, hot dogs. And that partly clouded spring weather starts to fill the air. It's a hard hit shot to the outfield. That's another base hit for Brownsville Veterans. 1 runner rounding third. So another run coming in here off another RBI by Oscar Rodriguez. He'll go 2 for 2 with RBI singles. It's now a 6-run game here for Brownsville Veterans in the top of the second again. More cause to concern starting worry as runners now on the corners. As the heart of that Brownsville Veterans Memorial lineup now coming in. And coming up next, Porter will be in action against Rio Grande City, the 35A district champ. As this brings in Victor Beltran.
Where are my Porter Cowboy fans? If not, I'm sending you back to class. Let me hear you.
Victor Beltran now coming in here. Beltran already with 2 strikeouts in the bottom of the first inning. And he's 1 for 1 from the plate after an RBI triple off an error in the top half of the first inning as Galvan fires it in there for a strike to get things started off again. So close, but yet so far here for Brownsville Porter. Again, already allowing 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. And runners still in the corners for Brownsville Veterans. And both runners taking big leads off. 0-1 pitch fired by Galvan. Runner going to go. Garcia going to throw off. And that one coming off the glove of the shortstop. Alejandro Torres now a run's going to come in off another error. Brownsville Veterans just found the Achilles heel for Brownsville Porter off the errors, and they're just taking full advantage of it. It's the smart attack by Veda's Charger squad. So another run comes in. This makes it a 9-2 game here in the top of the second inning. Again, still dealing with Victor Beltran. Beltran 1 for 1 with that RBI triple. 0-1 pitch on the way. This one hit hard to left field. Going to be tracked down by Franco, who gets under it and reels it in and puts an end to a very lengthy top of the second. But 4 runs come in to make it a 7-2 game, 7-run game, 9-2. Veterans on top. Porter with 2 to the bottom of the second we go. You're watching Real Sports Live.
And you're watching Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Awesome!
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Ray Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
Back here to Real Sports Live in the bottom half. The second inning has started off with a foul ball. 0-1 count sitting here on Brian Galvan, and Galvan already facing a high pitch count after allowing multiple runs to come in off errors. Again, errors have been something that's been plaguing the Porter Cowboys in the opening matchup of the BISD tournament. Thank you for tuning in here to our coverage. Coming to you from Porter High School here on Real Sports Live. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. That pitch missing makes it a 1-1 count on the swinger, Brian Galvan. Has the 1-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, finds the outside portion of the zone. Now a 1-2 count. Here is the 1-2 on the way. That one just a bit too inside. Evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning. In our opening matchup, coming up next at 12:30, we have Porter taking on Rio Grande City, another true test for them. As all the Brownsville baseball fans here getting an early treat of district preview on what to expect. In my opinion, Porter veterans, two of the biggest baseball programs in the Rio Grande Valley in the Brownsville area. Here's a 3-2 count now sitting in. Egg swing and a miss. Strike 3 called, so Galvan strikes out to start off the bottom of the second. We had Rivera strike out in the bottom of the first. And Victor Beltran now here with the dominant presence on the mound with 3 strikeouts. This brings in the left fielder, Gael Franco. So 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning as Galvan just struck out to lead things off as Victor Beltran continues his dominant presence on the mound. Gael Franco, the left fielder, coming in for his first at bat of the tournament. First pitch delivery. That one skips off the glove of the catcher Rodriguez. 1-0 count. Again, Brownsville veterans in the navy blue with red and white trim. Brownsville Porter in the blue and white. Shades of the LA Dodgers. The signature Los Dodgers. They got the Los Cowboys on the unis. It's in there for a strike. 1-1 count. And 1-1 count here. Pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss for a strike now. 1-2 count sitting on Franco. On deck, the second baseman, Gerardo Salazar. Again, defensive setup for Brownsville veterans in the infield. Garcia at first, Salas at second, Burrial at third, Garza at short. It's a big 1-2 pitch coming up. This one hit hard, going to be to the third baseman. Burrial gets the throw to first in time, 2 away. So quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning as veterans looking to get a 1-2-3 inning after striking out Galvan, and Franco grounds out to third. This brings in the second baseman, Gerardo Salazar. Salazar, the second baseman, stepping into his first step out of the BISD tournament in Brownsville. Porter currently 2-2 in the overall season. District play set to kick off next week. In my opinion, I always like to say the last tournament before district play starts is somewhat of the last true test to see how your team's faring. Like, hey, who am I going to play who? How are we dealing with other teams? Because, again, you get to see talent from not only your district, but around the whole valley. Again, Porter's going to be taking on Rio Grande City's, obviously one has been a powerhouse in the West Valley for the past couple of years. Again, coming off that district title run in 2021. So 1-0 count now sitting here on the second baseman, Salazar. Dead center call for a strike, evens up the count at 1-1. On deck, the first baseman, Lindolfo Aguirre. So 1-1 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss and a hack. That one looked like it was a breaking ball inside, so that's going to be a strike number 3. So strikeout number 4 here. So he has a strikeout, 10 the bottom of the second, and then strikes out 10 the bottom of the second as well here. So 1-2-3 inning for Brownsville veterans defensively as we go to the top of the third. Brownsville veterans still up by 7 runs, 9-2. You're watching Real Sports Live.
And our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com. Escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait?
Back here to Real Sports Live, top of the third inning coming to you from the BISD tournament, leading things off for Brownsville Veterans Memorial, the pitcher. Jason Villarreal, the third baseman. They're both throwing grounds out to end the top of the second inning. Shoots it back here to the shortstop. Torres gloves it. The throw to first in time. Beautiful playmaking right there by the shortstop, Alejandro Torres. Let's take a look at the replay presented by Rolly Gonzalez, Josh Moody Loans. Leadoff ground out in the top of the third. A beautiful backhand by the shortstop, Alejandro Torres, who just got the throw. An even greater catch by Lindolfo Aguirre at first. So 1 away here in the top of the third inning. What a way to start things off after shaking. A very shaky 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. Brings us back to the top of the lineup in the form of Carlos Garza, the shortstop. Garza 2 for 2 here from the plate after walking in his first and singling off an error. That's a 1-0 count sitting on the shortstop. So a ground out to end the top of the second and a ground out to begin the top of the third. As that one fouled off onto the screen. Now a 1-1 count sitting on Carlos Garza. Right fielder Juan Garcia on deck for the Veterans Memorial Chargers. Again, both teams making round 2 to the postseason in the area round. One pitch on the way. That one just missing. So a 2-1 count currently sitting on the shortstop Garza. Once again, the right fielder Juan Garcia on deck for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. The infield for Porter, Aguirre at first, Salazar at second, Salinas at third, Torres at short. Two-one pitch on the way. That one skips off the dirt, so a 3-1 count now sitting on Garza. Again, we get to see activity in the bullpen. It's been very lengthy top halves of the inning for Brownsville Porter. Garza 2 for 2 from the plate, looking to walk again. Shoots this one, but just skips out foul down the left field line. Brownsville Porter, in a sense, dodging a bullet that could have been a hit for extra bases. Now a 3-2 count sitting on the shortstop, Carlos Garza. And coming up next, Brownsville Porter set to take on Rio Grande City, and then Hanna takes on Rio Grande City. In a 3-game slate coming to you from day one of the Porter High School tournament. A hard hit shot going to be stopped by Torres once again. Sets the throw to first in time. 2 ground outs here in the top of the third, now 2 away. And as both outs have been recorded from that connection by Torres to Aguirre. This takes us here to Juan Garcia, the right fielder. Again, first 2 outs already recorded off ground outs. Juan Garcia 1 for 2 from the plate. He flew out in the top of the first and the top of the second. RBI tripled off an error. Again, errors have been plaguing this Porter Cowboy defense for the beginning of this tournament. So that pitch missing, that's a 1-0 count. Again, still a beautiful morning here. 10:55 a.m. We started off first pitch at 10:01. These games are timed an hour and 50 minutes. This one hit hard to left field. That one is just going to creep down foul. So now 1-1 count sitting in here on Juan Garcia. 1 ball, 1 strike here. 2 outs in the top half of the third inning. 2 up on deck. Marlon Rodriguez, the center fielder. Rodriguez 1 for 2 from the plate today. Calvin trying to make it a 1-2-3 for Brownsville Porter on defense. The 1-1 in there for a strike. So now a 1-2 count again. Victor Beltran has had the upper hand on the mound for Brownsville Veterans. He has 4 strikeouts while Brian Galvan looking for his potential first here with the 1-2 count sitting on Juan Garcia. Kicks and deals. 1-2 pitch on the way. This one hit back here. Good stop by the third baseman Salinas. The throw to first. That one skipping off the glove of the first baseman Aguirre, and that's going to be another error for extra bases. So Brownsville Veterans was down, but they're not out. So another double off an error. Again, errors have been plaguing this Porter Cowboy defense for the beginning of this ballgame. They allowed 3 to bring in 5 runs, and now they have a total of 9 errors in this ballgame. And again, it's another case of so close but yet so far. We've seen Brownsville Porter record 1 out, then 2 outs quickly, but then when they hit that second out, Veterans just gets the bats alive, and that's very strategic if you ask me. Good situational baseball played right there by the Veterans Memorial Chargers as it brings in Marlon Rodriguez, the center fielder. Marlon Rodriguez 1 for 2. He had a sac fly in the top of the second, taking a big lead. It's a high pop-up. That one going to be fouled back. Hopefully it didn't land in the parking lot. Parked back there. So an 0-1 count currently sitting here on Marlon Rodriguez. High and outside, evens up the count on 1-1. So again, Marlon Rodriguez 2 for 3 from the plate today, doubling in the top of the first, and that sac fly to bring a run in. Again, a 9-2 lead for Brownsville Vets over Brownsville Porter in the opening matchup of the 2022 BISD tournament. 1-1 count sitting on Rodriguez. Galvan fires it in. This one hit hard and deep to right field. Going to be chased in by Rivera and reels it in shy of foul territory. So Brownsville Vets will leave a runner stranded on second. To the bottom of the third we go. You're watching Real Sports Live.
For 70 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
We're those Red Sox calling by, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Back here to the bottom of the third inning, leading things off the bottom half of the lineup. Lindolfo Aguirre, the first baseman on deck. The shortstop, Alejandro Torres, in the hole. The center fielder, Amado Banda. It's a big swing and a miss here as Beltran continues on the mound. Victor Beltran has dished out 4 strikeouts. We go here to the bottom of the third, and we saw Brownsville Porter leave a runner stranded 4 Vets in the top half of the third inning. Good pitching here. Good stops by Alejandro Torres. Big swing and a miss here on the first baseman, Lindolfo Aguirre. Fans like to call him Lindy. Getting on deck, the shortstop, Alejandro Torres. Torres 0 for 1. It's the 0-2 pitch on the way. This one hit back up. You're going to be stopped by the shortstop, Garza, to throw to first in time. So a ground out here to start things off in the bottom of the third inning. This brings in Alejandro Torres, the top of the lineup.
Industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down.
Back here, Real Sports Live, the top of the lineup in the form of Alejandro Torres, the shortstop. He's 0 for 1, and a wild pitch going to go off. Makes it a 1-0 count. So again, we saw Torres strike out. Actually gets a piece of Torres, so he's going to take a trip on down to first base. So Alejandro Torres is going to get on base after being hit by the pitch. Hard hit fly ball to left, but that one's just going to veer off foul. And a lot of these players have a pop in their bat, and then down in left center of the straightaway, 325 feet, they like to call it Cowboy Alley. A little bit of a target for some hitters. And so Alejandro Torres still in, so there's some miscommunication here on the lineup. It's a 1-2 count now sitting in on him. And this one hit hard down the left. Has a lot of kick, but it's going to be caught at the warning track by Alvarado. And again, I said a few moments ago, a lot of these guys have a lot of firepower. They have a lot of pop in their bat. So expect a lot of fly balls to come out here again. And that straightaway in 325, affectionately called Cowboy Alley, proves to be a target for hitters. So that puts two away here in the bottom of the third as this brings in Omar Banda, the center fielder. Omar Banda singling in his first at-bat in the bottom of the first. And you got to love the atmosphere here at Brownsville Porter High School. This one hit hard to left center, going to be tracked down by the center fielder Rodriguez, who has it and reels it in. So 1-2-3 inning for Brownsville Porter once again on offense. Aguirre grounds out, then two back-to-back flyouts by Torres, and Banda's put an end to the inning. To the top of the fourth we go. Brownsville veterans leading 9-2. You're watching the BISD tournament on Real Sports Live.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
We are Edinburgh Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia
at Kidder Real Sports Side to start things off in the top of the fourth with a strike. 0-1 count now sitting in on Eloy Garcia, the first baseman. Thank you for tuning in here to the BISD Tournament 2022 installment coming to you from Gladys Porter High School here off International Boulevard. Hard hit shot going to be to the shortstop. Great stop by Torres. The throw to first going to be one hopped. But that's going to be a leadoff single for Eloy Garcia. But again, you can't take nothing away from Alejandro Torres in a very tough play. Catching that one on the edge of the diamond and tried to get the one hop in, but that's a single here for Eloy Garcia. So Garcia starting things off here with a single in the top half of the fourth inning. And what's been a dominantly controlled game by Brownsville Veterans Memorial on not only defense, but on the offense again. Brownsville Porter has had trouble on the diamond here with 9 errors. High pop up to center field and shallow. Banda tracks it down. It's going to be reeled in by the shortstop, Torres. So fly out here to put one away in the top of the fourth as Jacob Salas will now go to 1 for 3 from the plate.
Niñas, make sure you go to fourth period. Oh, you have lunch. Freshmen have lunch. I'm talking to the freshmen. Sorry, I forget they have lunch. They have lunch.
As this brings in Oscar Rodriguez. Oscar Rodriguez coming in here with 1 away in the top of the 4th inning. That one skips under the glove of Leonardo Garza. That's going to be a steal off a wild pitch. So 1-0 count now sitting in here on Oscar Rodriguez. Oscar Rodriguez, yeah, we're entering that lineup where we saw those RBIs coming in the top of the 1st. Oscar Rodriguez singling in the top of the 2nd, the RBI in the top of the 1st, so he's 2 for 2 from the day and looking to go 3 for 3. Garcia taking a big lead. Off second, 1-0 pitch. It's swinged hard the opposite field. Rivera coming over and he tracks it down. 2 away. Diego Rivera sharing the same name with the famous artist from Mexico. Again, he had some artistry on that play. That puts 2 away here. So, and Oscar Rodriguez bid to go perfect from the plate as he flies out. So 2 straight flyouts here. We had Garcia single in the top of the 4th. Salas with the infield fly to short, and Rodriguez flying out to right. This brings in Jorge Alvarado, the left fielder, who comes in. That one skips off the glove of Garza. It's going to be another pace coming in, excuse me.
Fourth period. We should go reporting to fourth period.
1-0 count now sitting in. This one popped up high, but it's going to end up in the parking lot on right field. Now a 1-1 count sitting in on Jorge Alvarado. Again, Alvarado 2 for 3, and he's been with RBIs. Had the RBI off an error in the top of the 1st, and an RBI single in the top of the 2nd. Here we are in the top of the 4th inning for the left fielder. Alvarado is 2 for 2 from the plate. A 1-1 count. Galvan fires it in big, swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Now a 1-2 count sitting in. That's 2 away here in the top of the 4th. Both outs have been off fly-offs here in the top of the 4th inning. And we saw Torres reel it in that short and high infield pop-up. And then Diego Rivera, catches it in right field. That one just in there for strike 3 called.
Strike 3 for the Border Cowboys.
Strike 3. Brian Galvan gets his first strikeout of the evening. To the bottom of the 4th we go. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Awesome!
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Red Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
envision that Samperly BISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
Back here to Real Sports Live, a hard hit ball stays fair to lead things off as Marcos Salinas, the third baseman, gets things started off, and he's going to go in for extra bases. So a stand-up double to keep things off in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Marcos Salinas, the hard hit. This brings in Leobardo Garcia, the catcher. Leobardo Garcia singling in the bottom of the first. Again, shout out to Coach Martinez. For you volleyball fans, Martinez is the head coach of the Porter Cowgirls, excuse me. We also have one of the key players on that squad, Ashanti Rahman. She's also up here in the press box. As that one gets a piece of Garcia, and he's going to walk. Now runners on first and second here for Brownsville. Porter is a hit by pitch and a single. As this brings in Diego Rivera, the right fielder. Rivera 0 for 1 after striking out in the bottom of the first inning. High pop up in the infield. Going to be tracked down by the catcher, Rodriguez, and he makes the catch in foul territory.
Next to bat, Brian Galvan.
So Diego Rivera, the right fielder, will go 0 for 2 from the plate after striking out in the bottom of the first and flew out a few moments ago in foul territory to give the first out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Brings in Brian Galvan, who's on the mound. Galvan getting his first strikeout, but again, he's had a very lengthy day so far in the top, nearly through 4 innings of work, And Porter with the chance to get some runs back here. Runners on first and second. A high pop-up. Going to be tracked down by the second baseman, Salas. Reels it in, so 2 flyouts here. Make 2 away in the bottom of the fourth inning. So similar to Rivera, Brian Galvan is going to go 0 for 2 after striking out and flying out. As this brings in Gal Franco. Gal Franco, the left fielder, 0 for 1. He grounded out in the bottom of the second inning as we're here in the bottom of the fourth. Again, Victor Beltran continuing on the mound with 4 strikeouts. Just a dominant presence for him. First pitch delivery. Runner going to throw to third. And he's going to be making it safe. A little bit of a late call on that one, but he does steal base, so it's going to be a 1-0 count now sitting in here on Gal Franco's. A great steal right there by the leadoff hitter, Marcos Salinas. So that makes it 2 runners now in scoring position for Brownsville. Porter. Salinas at third, Leobardo Garcia at second. Again, Brownsville Porter here now on a 1-0 count sitting on the left fielder, Gal Franco. 1-0 on the way. Hitch high, so that's a 2-0 count now sitting on the left fielder. The second baseman, Gerardo Salazar, on deck. Salazar 0 for 1 here after striking out. It was strikeout number 3 for Victor Beltran in this ballgame so far. Again, fans still filing in. Coaches in attendance here. Feels like a playoff matchup in this tournament. Hard hit shot, going to be a slow roller to the third baseman. Villarreal is going to get on the bag safe, and that's a run coming in. Or the bases will load, excuse me. So a bunt moves up the run for Francos. This brings in Gerardo Salazar. And for the first time in this ballgame, Brownsville Porter now starting to threaten as a meeting on the mound. Bases loaded. We have Salinas at third, Garcia at second, and now Al Franco at first. On deck, Gerardo Salazar. Is he going to have a quick meeting on the mound with Oscar Rodriguez and Victor Beltran, trying to give him some words of encouragement? And now Brownsville veterans getting that little treatment. We saw Brownsville vets going through that top of the second inning. They tack on the runs, and now here there's 2 away. Now Porter bringing in some runs possibly. There's a new pinch runner coming in. Kalaguida here now, pinch running. Kalaguida, quarterback for Brownsville Porter too. He'll be pinch running in now. The bases remain loaded as this brings in Gerardo Salazar, the second baseman. Salazar for 1 after striking out in the bottom of the second. Big swing and a miss to start things off, an 0-1 count. Again, Salazar struck out in the bottom half of the second inning. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He takes his second at bat of the tournament. It's a big 2-1 pitch on the way. This one hit hard to left center. Going back on it is Alvarado, and he reels it in on the back step. So a fly out here by Gerardo Salazar, and Brownsville veterans dodges a bullet and catches a break after they leave the bases stranded for Porter. To the top of the 5th we go. The Chargers still lead 9-2. You're watching the BISD tournament on Real Sports Live.
Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I
love
really
what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Awesome!
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Red Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that
Back into Real Sports Live, 0-1 count, sitting in the top of the 5th inning. Thank you for tuning in here to this broadcast on Real Sports Live. This brings us to the pitcher, Victor Beltran. Beltran 1 for 2. Got that RBI triple off an error in the top of the 1st and grounded out in the top of the 2nd. Here he comes in the top of the 5th inning game. 28 minutes left in this one. All games are timed for hour, 50-minute time limits. Gets a 1-1 count now sitting in here on Victor Beltran. Beltran on the mound, 4 strikeouts. Now Gavon and Garcia are going to have a quick meeting on the mound.
And gentlemen, students must sit on this side. Students sit on this side. Thank you.
And always a fun time here at Porter High School. 1-1 pitch by Galvan. This one hit to the second baseman. Salazar makes the stop to throw to first off the dirt and in time. A good catch right there by Lindolfo Aguirre, who has to scoop that one off the dirt. Now quickly one away here in the top of the 5th inning.
Student section is to the right.
So leadoff hitter Victor Beltran will ground out. He'll go 1 for 3 from the plate today. This brings in the third baseman Jason Villarreal. Villarreal 0 for 2 here, grounded out in both appearances on the plate. Pitch low and away, a 1-0 count in. So Brian Galvan with 1 strikeout. He's managed to keep damage control for since after Brownsville Veterans tacked on 9 runs at the end of the top of the second. They've been holding the Veterans Chargers scoreless, so Galvan has managed to hold himself on the mound. As that pitch misses, that's a 2-0 count now sitting in. Again, Villarreal 0 for 2 from the plate after grounding out in both plate appearances today in his opening matchup with the BISD tournament. Day 2 continuing tomorrow here. And we'll be live at Whataburger Field from Corpus Christi, Texas for the Day 3 of the Myers Classic. It's a hard fly ball. That one to left. Going back on his Franco. Now one skips off the wall. He's going to be rounding first. He's going to be stayed put at second as a stand-up double to keep the inning going. Jason Villarreal as he ends his hitless appearance today. So now runner on second here in the form of Jason Villarreal as this brings in Carlos Garza.
To the right, Rafa, to the right. Student section is to the right.
CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas.
Back at Real Sports Live in the top of the 5th. This brings in Juan Garcia, the right fielder. Garcia, 2 for 3 from the plate. Flew out in the top of the first in the RBI error, off an error in the top of the second, then a double off an error. He steps into his at-bat, his 4th at-bat of the afternoon. A high ball dropped off to right center, or left center, excuse me. Back going on it is Banda, who reels it in. Runner tagging up from third. The throw won't be in time as that one just popped out of the glove of Garcia. But Omar Banda reels in now number 2, and he had a rocket of an arm. As a sac fly here by Garcia pays off, as he'll go 2 for 4 from the plate. Goes 2 away as this brings up Marlon Rodriguez. And a high ball by Marlon Rodriguez going to be tracked down by the left fielder Franco, and that one falls way deep in foul territory. It's a 0-1 count now sitting in here on Marlon Rodriguez. Marlon Rodriguez 1 for 3, opened up with a double in the top of the first, then a sac fly to bring a run in the top of the second, then flew out to end the top of the 3rd inning. Here we are on the top of the 5th, and his 4th plate appearance of the afternoon. 0-1 count sitting on Rodriguez. Low and away, 1-1 count now sitting here on the center fielder. Marlon Rodriguez also playing shortstop and third base. We've seen him do it early on in the non-district calendar. So 1-1 count here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on the corners for Brownsville Veterans. And Vets has been threatening with runners. So run did come in a few moments ago. Makes it a 10-2 ball game. So 1-1 count now sitting in. Galvan fires. That one skips off the dirt. Runner going to advance on here to third. So wild pitch now coming in, makes it a 2-1 count. And the student section here loud and proud at Porter High School. Here a 1-1, 2-1 count now sitting in here on Marlon Rodriguez, the center fielder. It's a 3-1 count now sitting in. On deck, the first baseman, Eloy Garcia. Set the fire, 3-1 pitch on the way. Hard hit shot, going to go over the head of the second baseman, Salazar, and that's going to be another RBI for extra bases. Stand-up double here for an RBI by Marlon Rodriguez. So that makes it a 9-run game. Now Brownsville Veterans Memorial here threatening with the mercy roll. For 11-2. As this brings in Eloy Garcia, the first baseman. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 count. A 1 count now sitting here on Eloy Garcia. Garcia 3 for 3. He walked in the top of the first and singled in his second and third at-bats. 1 count sitting in. Galvan fires it in. Runners only on second base. That one's in there for a strike. So now a 0-2 count. Here's Garcia looking for his third hit of the ball game. Galvan awaits his sign from Garcia and gets it. Looking for his second strikeout of the afternoon. 0-2 pitch on the way. Hit but just goes foul, so the 0-2 count remains on Garcia. On deck, the second baseman, Jacob Salas. Salas 1 for 3 from the plate today. Again, a 0-2 count now sitting in. In there for strike 3, finds the outside portion. Strikeout number 2 for Brian Galvan, but runs come in here. Now it's a 9-run game, 11-2. To the bottom of the 5th we go. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Ray Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
We are Edinburgh Bella, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. a district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at 1st and Jackson in Harlingen.
That kid at Real Sports Live, bottom of the 5th inning, leading things off the first baseman, Lindolfo Aguirre. Beltran back on this mound. A hard hit shot to center field. That one right into the glove of Marlon Rodriguez, who had to come in and tracks it down so quickly, one away as Lindolfo Aguirre will go 0-for-2 as he flew out in his second at bat. This brings up the shortstop, Alejandro Torres. Torres not having the best of days from the plate, but if you want to talk about his defensive skills, great stops, backhanding throws, one hopping him, doing whatever it takes to get the out at first. But Torres today, 0-for-2 from the plate, striking out as a leadoff hitter, then flew out in the bottom of the third. So here we are on the bottom half of the 5th inning. Thank you for tuning in. Coming up next, Porter is set to go take on 35A district champ Rio Grande City. And following that game, we have Brownsville Hannah taking on Rio Grande City, scheduled for a 3 o'clock start. So 3 games day 1. We'll be back here tomorrow, day 2, bright and early in the morning. It's a hard hit shot to the third baseman. Villarreal gets the bobble, the throw in time. So quickly now 2 away. This brings in Omar Banda, center fielder. Banda, 1-for-2 from the plate. He's barely entering his third plate appearance. He's singled in the bottom of the first on the first pitch he saw. Then the bottom of the second flew out. Pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss for a strike. 0-1 count. No 1 count, sitting here on the center fielder, Banda. 11-2 lead. Tips it back. That's going to be a foul ball, 0-2 count. And Brownsville Porter had that strong top of the first, bringing in runs thanks to Marcus Salinas. Brought that run in. He's the lone RBI for the Porter Cowboys in this matchup. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 0-2 count, sitting in on the center fielder, Amada Banda. Beltran looking for his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. Kicks and deals, 0-2 pitch on the way. Just a bit outside the zone. Now 1-2 count, sitting in. And once again, coming up next, Rio Grande City set to take on the Porter Cowboys. And after that one, we have Rio Grande City taking on Coach Crenshaw's Hannah Eagles. Scheduled for a 3 o'clock start. We'll be back once again bright and early for day 2 of the BISD tournament with first pitch at 10 a.m. Here's a 1-2 pitch on the way. Now one skips away, so it's a 2-2 count now sitting in here on deck. Marcus Salinas, the third baseman. Salinas, the lone Porter Cowboys, 2-for-2 from the plate. Both with doubles. And Porter coming off that great playoff run where they fell short to Carroll Tigers in the area round over in La Villa last year in 2021. 2-2 pitch on the way. Hard hit up the middle. That's a base hit. Omar Banda singles. As Omar Banda is getting a single here in the bottom of the 5th inning to keep the running inning alive for Brownsville Porter. This brings in the third baseman, Marcus Salinas. And Salinas had that stand-up double to lead things off in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Hey, language, I'm taking you back to class.
Hard hit shot. That one a base hit over the glove of Virial. And now runners sitting on 1st and 3rd for the Porter Cowboys. And he can make it 2nd and 3rd. He's going to be picked off at 3rd. So Marcus Salinas gets with a double, and Bonda's going to be picked off 3rd. Now to retire the side is still a great stop. As they're going to go wait for the top of the 6th. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down.
See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Hawks up!
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Red Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
We are Edinburgh Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Back here to Real Sports Live down the top of the 6th inning. We have a pitching change. Gerardo Salazar now on the mound for the Porter Cowboys. Brian Galvan reports to second base. There's a pinch hitter now coming in here for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. He starts off with the single. What a way to kick things off as a pinch hitter. You can make it 2 pinch hitters coming in here for Brownsville Veterans Memorial.
Please do not sit on the stairs. My awesome students, please do not sit on the stairs. Find your way to a bleacher seat.
Hector Capistran gets on with the single for Brownsville Vets. In the top of the 6th inning. This brings us back to Oscar Rodriguez. He sees the ball to get things started off in the top of the 6th for him. Rodriguez has had a good day on the mound. He has 2 hits, or one of those hits is an RBI. He's 2 for 3 from the plate. Excuse me, I just said on the mound. An exciting baseball going on up and down the valley. We also have the Rico Mid-Valley Classic going on in Wesco. That one's going to drop for a single. So back-to-back singles here now for Brownsville veterans. And so runners now here sitting on 1st and 2nd for the Veterans Memorial Chargers. It's another hit here once again for Oscar Rodriguez in the top of the 6th. This brings in the left fielder, Jorge Alvarado. So we're going to have a pinch hitter now coming in. Michael Martinez comes in. That one's in there for a strike, 0-1 count. And Brownsville Vets getting that big win over Mission Veterans on Monday night, 12-2. That one's fouled back into the parking lot, 0-2 count. And 0-2 count now sitting in here on the pinch hitter. It's a late addition to the lineup card we got. It's going to be Jose Martinez, who's now pinch hitting here as he's on a 1-2 count. Now one missing evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners on 1st and 2nd for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. Coming up next, Brownsville Porter set to take on Rio Grande City. The Rattlers are already warming up. And Brownsville Porter will fall to 2-3 if this score holds on the overall record. Brownsville Veterans Memorial just continues to light things up. They had a strong run at the McAllen baseball tournament last weekend, and then to get a big win against Mission Vets. Mission Vets is actually in that district with Rio Grande City. Count here. And once again, if you're just tuning in, Salazar now on the mound for the Porter Cowboys. Brian Galvan finished off with 2 strikeouts. He's now at second base. Pickoff attempt at second. He's going to be scared back on to second base.
Strikeout for the Porter Cowboys.
That's a strikeout here. Strike 3 called. 1 away in the top of the 6th inning. Pinch hitter Jose Martinez strikes out. He's Salazar's first strikeout of the day. This brings in Victor Beltran. Beltran 1 for 3 from the plate. Hard hit ball down the middle. That's another base hit. Now the bases will load up off another single by Victor Beltran. Beltran will go 2 for 4 from the plate now. Singling with the He1 here in the top of the 6th, grounding out his last 2 on bats, and that hard hit RBI error on a triple in the top of the 1st. Now the bases load here for the Veterans Memorial Chargers. New pinch hitter coming in here, Jason Burrial now coming in the pinch, or continuing the hit,
Great food, ground out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Get a Real Sports Live, top of the 6th inning, bringing things to third baseman Jason Burdial rounds up the regular lineup. Third baseman sees one go high and away for a ball, 1-0 count. And a full house here at Brownsville Porter High student section. Coming out here in full force. Support the Porter Cowboys. Again, game 2 up next here at 12:30 start on Real Sports Live. Big swing and a miss, makes it a 1-1 count. And shout out Coach Martinez, Porter Cowgirl Volleyball Varsity. She'll be doing the PA duties here at Cowboy Field.
Boys, make sure we stay in the student section.
Here's that one, a 1-1 count now, sitting in on Jason Burrial. On deck, Carlos Garza at the top of the lineup, and Garza, who's 3 for 4 from the plate for the Chargers. And Salazar here, a 1-1 count, pitch on the way. That one fouled back towards us, so 1-2 count now sitting in here. Okay, now 1-2 count sitting on the third baseman, Jason Burrial. Salazar looking for his second strikeout. Just struck out a few moments ago, Jose Martinez. So 1-1 pitch on the, or 1-2 pitch on the way, excuse me. Just missing the outside portion of the plate. Now a 2-2 count sitting in on the third baseman, Villarreal. And Villarreal trying to keep this at-bat alive for him and the Veterans Memorial Chargers on a bases-loaded rally going on. This one hit hard and high to foul territory in third. Salinas tracks it down and brings it down in foul territory. Marcos Salinas reels that one in. It's a fly out for Villarreal, now 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. This brings us back to the top order of the lineup. Carlos Garza again. Garza 3 for 4 from the plate, walking, singling off an error, grounding out, and then singling on that order here. His last at bat was in the top of the 5th inning. Again, bases loaded here for Brownsville Vets. Pitch on the way. This one hit hard up the middle, and that's going to be reeled in by the second fielder, Banda. And Garza flies out here in the top of the 6th, and they dodge another bullet, leaving a full house for Brownsville Veterans Memorial stranded. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Porter's last chance. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
We are Edinburgh Gala, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Back here to Real Sports Live, coming to you from the BISD tournament. A hard hit shot to right field. Garcia's behind it and reels it in for one away in the bottom of the sixth. So Eduardo Garcia will fly out to get things started off here in this potential final inning. Again, we are timed for hour and 50 minutes. It's 11:53. We did start off at about 10:01. Again, we couldn't ask for a more beautiful day for baseball. 73 degrees, partly cloudy here. Not saying no, it's spring. Baseball in full swing across the Lone Star State. Brings in Diego Rivera. Rivera 0 for 2 today from the plate. Hard hit shot here. That one gets past Garza off a bad hop, and that's a single.
A single by Diego Rivera.
Diego Rivera is going to end his unhitless streak in this ball game.
Next to bat.
See singles here in the bottom of the sixth inning. As Brian Galvan now coming in.
Are you going to sell concession or are you going to be out here watching the boys? I'm going to have Ebony playing.
Brian Galvan now coming in, who's playing at second base after switching with Gerardo Salazar in the top half of the inning a few moments ago. Galvan gets the first pitch. He pops this one up high. Marlon Rodriguez trying to step onto it and reels it in, 2 away. Now down to the final out, the Porter Cowboys. And what's been a very lengthy and not expected start for Brownsville Porter in this tournament is now bringing in Gal Franco. Gal Franco now playing in on the mound. He started off. That's Gal Franco, the left fielder, excuse me. Now 2 away here, down to potential final hitter. Beltran stays on the mound. Hard hit shot. That's a single past the third baseman, Villarreal. That one's going to go in for extra bases. A throw coming in. The second won't be in time. Stand-up double. This game is not over. Gal Franco with the stand-up double. He's going to go 2 for 3 from the plate. And again, folks, it's not over to the final out. This brings in Gerardo Salazar. Salazar now coming in here. 0 for 2, struck out in his first and flew out in the bottom of the 4th inning. This brings in Salazar. Beltran trying to get Brownsville veterans out of this one as that pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 count. Dead center call. And Porter, one of the only teams here to have a doubleheader. They'll be in action against Hannah. Or it's Rio Grande City tomorrow, excuse me. Or today after this game. That one gets a piece here of Salazar. He's going to walk to first. Now loads up the bases. This brings in Lindolfo Aguirre, the first baseman, with bases loaded here, but still 2 away. And a little bit of pressure coming in now for Lindolfo Aguirre. He's 0 for 2 from the plate, and he's coming in with bases loaded. So a big hit can happen. We've seen some crazier things 2 weeks ago. I was at the softball tournament at PSJ. Player who was 0 for 2 all day in the plate gets the walk-off win as we're going to have a timeout called. Bases loaded, 2 away. Brownsville veterans leading 11-2. You're watching Real Sports Live here in the bottom of the 6th.
Music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K 3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in career.
Back here at Real Sports Live, so Rodriguez having a word with Beltran, trying to keep him in this inning. Some words of encouragement in the final potential hitter here for Brownsville Porter. In there for a strike, 0-1 count on Aguirre. Again, a little bit of pressure coming in here for Lindolfo. Aguirre is 0 for 2, grounding out, then flying out, and he comes in with bases loaded with the final out. Pitch on the way. This one popped up in foul territory. Now an 0-2 count quickly sitting in here. Now down to potential final strike, Lindolfo Aguirre. It's a big pitch coming in. 0-2 on the way. In there, strike 3 called. That's the ball game.
That's the ball game.
Brownsville veteran sends a statement, and they're going to go 1 for 2, or 1-0 in tournament competition as they get a big win, 11-2. Signing out for now. We'll be back with our second game, our Real Sports Live Player of the Game for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. Give it to Jorge Alvarado with those 2 RBIs. The left fielder going 2 for 3 from the plate. Coming up next, Brownsville Porter in Rio Grande City. So long for now. You're watching Real Sports Live.